Good evening. Welcome to Pennsylvania Inside Out on WPXS. I'm David Price.
And I'm Patty Satalia. Thanks for joining us. Missionary Flights International serves some 800 missionary families doing work in Haiti and other Caribbean countries from its base in Florida. Captain Sam Bullers of Brookville, Jefferson County has flown thousands of missions for MFI. We'll talk with him about his work and about how his desire to improve the lives of others has put his own life on the line. As a kid growing up near Brookville in Jefferson County, Sam Bullers had a feeling that someday he'd be rich. Little did he know that the wealth he'd attain would have nothing to do with money and everything to do with improving the lives of others. Captain Sam Bullers is a pilot for Missionary Flights International, and he serves some of the poorest countries in the Western Hemisphere. You've been with Missionary Flights International for 27 years now. What's the mission of MFI?
It's serving the Lord in the area of flying for missionaries, taking them to and from the fields, the countries where they're at, as well as taking supplies for them. And we also do a lot of hurricane relief, humanitarian help to the countries where we're at. And also we haul medical teams, work teams that go to the different countries. But we are strictly oriented to missions. I mean, these missions affiliate with us and are part of our group.
And in fact, it's some 800 missionary families that you serve. What area, what countries in the world are you serving?
Well, primarily in Haiti and Dominican Republic, and also in the Bahamas. We do make occasional flights to almost all the Caribbean countries, but those are our primary fields, Haiti and Dominican. And Haiti is, you know, probably about the poorest country really in this hemisphere.
Now, you're based in West Palm Beach, Florida, which, like some of the countries that you serve, was really ravaged by hurricanes this past summer. What impact did that have on the work that you do?
It was interesting that the hurricanes mostly hit on the weekends. I ended up living out of a suitcase a lot. We'd move the airplanes away from the path of the storm and then come back. They'd have to reopen the airports, and then we were hauling supplies to help the countries like the Bahamas and Haiti, where there was a lot of damage. So as a result, plus our regular flights, so we continued making flights. And it caused, like, you know, there was electricity, roof damage, and a lot of things, which were obstructions, but it worked out. We were able to fly on a regular basis.
And aside from these natural disasters, you have flown to Haiti probably more than 1,000 times, but often, this past spring in particular, during political unrest, there were revolts. Were you able to continue to fly, and just how frightening a situation, how precarious a position are you in at those times?
You're right about 1,000. I've probably had over 5,000 trips to Haiti, but it worked out that I was able to fly. We never missed a week. We flew continually in there. And a lot of it is in the 27 years or more that I've been there, I've got to know officials, and I've developed a trust. And even though the Cape Haitian airport was devastated and there was nothing left there, no customs, immigration, they were letting us go ahead and fly supplies in to help the people right from the beginning. And it was a little precarious from the point there was no security, nothing there, and you felt very vulnerable. But in missionary aviation, we do trust things to the Lord. We do what we can, but we also have to do what we feel the Lord would have us to do. And those people were crying for help, for food, and it was interesting, the man that led the rebellion actually knew about what we did and everything, and he actually was supportive of us to protect us even when we flew in to unload the supplies, with no tower, nothing there. But
Haiti is one of your normal stops. What is Haiti like? I think it's a place that most of us couldn't even imagine. What's Haiti like under normal circumstances?
It's always poor. It's a very poor country. Most, as Americans, most of us cannot even relate. I mean, it's like being most of these people, no electricity, running water. You see where they actually bathe, drink the water, wash their clothes, go to the bathroom, everything right in those streams. And And it's hard for them. They live kind of hand to mouth, you might say, and off of the land and so on. And so it's very poor. And I've been there, but unless you've been there, it's hard to really, relate that exactly.
Talk a little bit about the poverty. Some people might fly to another country for a meal, and here you are delivering meals for people who don't know when the next one's coming.
Right. Well, there's a lot of poverty. In fact, one of the guys that helps me at the airport, a Haitian man, I give him food regularly. And I asked him one day, I said, how was that I gave you? And he said, I don't know, because I took it to my family and I didn't really eat anything yesterday. So he went 2 days without eating. And there's a lot of that happens in a country like that, starvation. It makes me hurt when I go to the restaurants and see people eating 3 meals, at a smorgasbord or something. It really convicts me, and I think of people there that are starving and then they'll leave half of it on their plates. That really hurts me when I see that. We waste so much here. We waste enough. One individual typically will waste enough to feed probably 10 or 12.
Now, you often deliver as much as 7,000 pounds of cargo in your flights. Goats may be part of what you're bringing to the people of Haiti or some of these other countries, or playground equipment. You're traveling in DC-3s. We're talking about World War II era planes, 60-year-old planes. Why is that, in some ways, you say, the ideal kind of a plane to be flying in?
It's a good type of plane for that area. We maintain them well. We do a lot of maintenance on them, but it's a well-proven plane, and it's very versatile. You can land it at Miami International, Atlanta, or you can fly into remote airstrips out in the middle of the jungle or remote areas. The airplane was really designed for that type of thing. You cannot fly your modern jetliners into fields like that. And like, I've told you about some of these. It's a 12-minute flight with that supplies. Otherwise, it would be a 5-hour trip or more over mountainous roads if you could get through, if the roads weren't washed out or there weren't roadblocks or something.
And throughout these 27 years, you have experienced some incredible things, including hijacking in 1991, a gunman with a gun to your head, and you were able to talk him out of it and actually engage him in prayer.
Yes, that's a thing that only the peace of the Lord was in control there. And I remember talking to the other pilot with me and wondering, well, do you think we'll actually get home today? Will we be alive? But it's interesting, I've talked about prayer. There were people praying for me all over the world that heard it. Went out on national news. I didn't know it, but they were praying for me. And I was trying to be real. I've talked about being real, and that's the thing our world lacks, is people that are real. And I was trying to be real for him. He wanted me to fly directly to Miami. I said, if you let me go to Provo to get fuel, I'll take you to Miami. Because if I'd have went direct, we'd run out of fuel and we'd have been in the ocean. Well, in doing that, he tried to take him, and he got very nervous. And I told the officials, I don't care if it's the president or who it is, I want this plane fueled, and now somebody's going to end up dead, and it's likely to be me. And I was so upset with them, I turned, pushed the gun away from them. I said, can't you see I'm doing everything I can to get this fueled? I don't need that 38 swinging in my head. But I think it convinced him that I was trying to keep my commitment, and he relaxed, and he opened up, and he actually opened his heart to pray to receive the Lord.
Well, thank you so much for being with us, and continued good works. Nice talking with you.
Okay, well, thank you. I enjoyed being here with you.
Sam says he will continue to fly missions as long as the Lord provides him the opportunity and provides the way.